Good afternoon. It's April 14th, about 2:13 in the afternoon, and the sun has just started to peek out of the clouds. So it looks great out there. It's still a little chilly. I wish it was the same temperatures as Saturday. The Saturday was awesome. I was able to get outside, do a little work, exercise. It just felt great to be outside instead of being cooped up in the house. I did not mow. I should have mowed. But I'm going to have plenty of opportunities to mow this spring, summer, and fall. So I thought I'm going to enjoy the day, so I did not mow. So my yard is looking a little long, but that's all right. Wanted to come talk to you this afternoon just about some changes that have come about with eligibility requirements for home-delivered meals. I put out a video 2 weeks ago that highlighted what the requirements individuals need to meet in order to receive a home delivered meal at a contribution basis. So with the typical arrangement, if a senior center is open and an individual that is 60 or older goes in and wants to pay for a meal, they're asked to pay on a contribution basis. So on that contribution basis here in Polk County is $5.50. But if that individual cannot pay that amount, they can't afford it, they could pay what they can afford, whether it's $1, $2, $3. It's on a contribution basis only. Whereas if I go in and eat at the senior center, I would have to pay a $7 fee. If, let's say, that same individual that was over 60 decided one day, instead of eating at the center like he or she could do, they decided they wanted to stay at home. Instead of it being a contribution basis, it would be a fee. It would be a $7 fee if they wanted that same meal at home, since they were physically able to go to the senior center and decided just not to do it. Well, that's where it has since changed, is those that were going to the senior centers, they can't, and because that specific age group, the elderly, has been the ones that has been encouraged to stay home just due to all the risks that are involved with the coronavirus. If they now, this is kind of the bigger announcement, if those individuals that were eating at the senior centers at the congregate setting, if they want to receive a home delivered meal, it is not a $7 fee anymore. It is a contribution basis. So a contribution basis of $5.50 or whatever the person can afford. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that has since changed. And also, too, something else that is kind of new and kind of related to this is that if there are individuals that have kind of let's say, and they're 60 or over and they've never gone maybe to the senior centers and have never filled out an intake form with Polk County Senior Services, but they're like, I never went to the center, but I do have just kind of an overall fear of going out into the public. I try to make my contacts with people around town minimal. I only go to the grocery store, once a week or once every other week. I have a general fear of the coronavirus and everything that's going on. If that is the case, you can call me and you can fill out an intake form. It's just 3 pages. It's the same form that everybody else fills out that goes into the senior centers and eats or that receives a home delivered meal. You fill that out, and if you tell me that, I do have just a general fear of going out and about and I want to stay safe at home, then you can also receive a home delivered meal at a contribution basis as well. So, and the reason we have individuals fill out an intake is so that, you get put in the system where we're able to track all the meals that are consumed here within Polk County, and that just affects our reimbursement from the government level in regards to the amount of meals that we consume here within Polk County. And the number that you can reach me at for Polk County Senior Services is 402-764-2252. If I do not answer, please leave a voicemail. It actually is forwarded to my personal phone, so I get those pretty quickly, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So if you have any questions, or if you want to sign up for meals, you call me, because right now, and typically how it was done before, is if an individual wanted to sign up for a meal, they would call the day before, whether they would call each respective senior center. So it would either be in Polk, Strasburg, Osceola, or Shelby. They'd call the senior center, and then they would mark you down. Well, obviously, since the senior centers are closed, I am that point person. And so you would actually call me, and I have all of the calendars lined up on my desk of all the participants right now that are home delivered meals. And so I have little checks that I make each day, and a lot of them are actually filled out for the whole month. So that being said, if you give me a call at 402-764-2252, I can put your name down and mark you on the specific day that you want a meal. And then we have volunteer drivers that will bring out the meals into the community, as they've continued to do since the center's closed. I believe the last day was the 16th of last month, which is, we're coming up on a month already. So I think that was about it in regards to the home delivered meal update that I wanted to update you all on. I did post on Facebook here this afternoon. I was given a link on, it's a virtual tour of our state capitol and the governor's mansion. I looked a little bit at the governor's mansion because I've driven by there a few times and always wondered what it looked like on the inside. And so this link actually gives you the ability to go through the governor's mansion, and you can click on different artifacts that are located within the governor's mansion, and there's different videos as well of people that have been recorded that have lived in the governor's mansion. So it's really neat, great history, and just something else to look at and learn about. I know that I'm sure that many of us are watching a lot of TV, whether it's news or exhausting all the Netflix series and movies that are available. So this will be a great way to learn something about our great state and fill our brains with educational knowledge versus just pure entertainment. So that being said, I would like to read us a joke here, as I always like to do. It's titled, $50 is $50. Morris and his wife Esther went to the state fair every year. And every year Morris would say, "Esther, I'd like to ride in that helicopter." Esther always replied, "I know, Morris, but that helicopter ride is $50 and $50 is $50. One year, Esther and Morris went to the fair, and Morris said, "Esther, I'm 85 years old. If I don't ride that helicopter, I might never get another chance." Esther replied, "Morris, that helicopter is $50, and $50 is $50. The pilot overheard the couple and said, "Folks, I'll make you a deal. I'll take the both of you for a ride. If you can stay quiet for the entire ride and not say a word, I won't charge you. But if you say one word, it's $50. Morris and Esther agreed, and up they went. The pilot did all kinds of fancy maneuvers, but not a word was heard. He did his daredevil tricks over and over again, but still not a word. When they landed, the pilot turned to Morris and said, "By golly, I did everything I could to get you to yell out, but you didn't. I'm impressed." Morris replied, "Well, to tell you the truth, I almost said something when Esther fell out, but, $50 is $50. I thought that was a good joke for today. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope it was educational and that you learned quite a bit. And if you have any questions based on anything that I said, please give me a call at the Polk County Senior Services number, which is 402-764-2252. Thank you very much. Be safe and be well. Talk to you soon.